Hey everybody. Thank you so much, Seth. Thank you, Adorama, for having me. So what we're gonna do is a real band shoot. We're going to be doing a real life magazine shoot. This is gonna be in a magazine this fall. We have the amazing band Torn Open, who I'm gonna intro you guys to in a little bit. So you're gonna see what I do. A lot of what I do is going into not ideal spaces for a photographer, building a studio and doing a photo shoot with them that's either a magazine cover, a feature, album covers, whatever I need to do. And I wanna get as much variety as possible, doing quick changes in the lighting. I have an amazing assistant, Tara. If you see the long hair running around during the set, that is Tara. She's gonna be running the lights as well. I'm shooting all LED lighting. I find for me shooting mirrorless, that makes it so much easier. So I'm using the Namlight Pavo Tube 30Xs, the 60Cs up there, and the 300B2, and then the 120 we'll bring in at some point. And then in terms of cameras, I'm shooting tethered with two different cameras. I'm shooting the Hasselblad 907X for medium format and the Leica SL2 for 35mm digital. And yeah, they give two very unique looks. They're great for shooting bands. One's very quick, one is not, but the color is incredible. So you'll see me shoot with both. You'll see me switch cameras and lenses as we go. I'm gonna be doing group shots, solos, getting a little bit of everything and as much variety as possible with the band. So I'm gonna have the band come on up so I can introduce them real quick. So this is the band Torn Open. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, we are so happy to be here. Let me move over a little bit. I'll make room for everyone.
Is there a spare mic so they can introduce themselves? Heck yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Sophia. I'm the vocalist of Torn Open.
I'm Margot. I play guitar in Torn Open.
I'm Marcelo. I play guitar.
I'm Kanan. I play bass.
I'm Michael. I play drums.
Heck yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. And P.S. they're about to go on tour tomorrow, so keep your eyes open because you can catch them live, which is awesome. Great band. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. Let me set up everything and we'll be good to go. So give me 1 minute and we'll get started. So what I'm gonna do is close this slideshow. And we are shooting both focus for Hasselblad and capture one for the Leica. I don't normally shoot tethered, but for these purposes, so you can see what I'm shooting, I'm gonna shoot tethered. I'm usually shooting at a venue, a very small space. I have to work around a lot of stuff, moving around a bunch. So for example, shooting at a venue like the Palladium in the Worcester, I'm shooting on the stage, I'm shooting on the balcony, I'm shooting near second stage. I'm running all over the place, so I don't want cords. All of my lights are battery powered. All of my cameras, no cords ever, less things to trip on. I don't like excess cords, I don't want trip hazards, but for today, we're shooting tethered so you can see everything, and yes, we're gonna get started. Can we get lights up, please? All right, guys, I'm gonna have you stand right here, and then I'm just gonna move you guys around a little bit. And so what I have set up right here with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pavo tubes is kind of an icebreaker set. It's something where they have full lighting everywhere. And I know it's very difficult to get harsh shadows. It's very difficult to get a bad shot with this. So this will give them an idea, because this is our first time working together, our first time meeting, give them an idea of how I shoot, how I direct, how I pose, and then from there we can get more intricate with the lighting, which we're going to do. And we have fog, we're gonna be using a lot of color lighting, we're gonna do a lot of different stuff. So let me pose you guys a little bit. I'm gonna have you right here. Everybody take a step this way. Keep going. I'm gonna have you right about here. Perfect. Right in front of this tube right there. Perfect. Right there. Awesome. Micro step backward if you can. Excellent. I'm gonna have you right here in front of this tube. Awesome. Come on in here. Perfect. I'm gonna have you stand right here. Go ahead and take a little step to your right. Perfect, and then a little step towards me. Awesome, rotate to your, perfect, awesome. Little step to your right, right there, perfect, awesome. And then one trick I do when I'm posing that I find to be very helpful, rather than saying take a step to your left, take a step to your right, I kind of do hand movements, or I move my face if I want them to move their face. So like chin up just a little bit, awesome, turn your face this way a little bit, right there, perfect. So they have a visual representation of how much I want them to move. And that's really helpful, especially when I'm shooting. A lot of the shoots I do, a band's doing sound check while I'm doing a photo shoot with another band, so it's super loud and they can't hear me. So being able to give that visual representation really, really helps the band in front of me know what I need them to do. There's a shoot I did with Slipknot where they have their in-ears and masks on. They can't hear anything. So it's really important to be able to do those kind of things, doing that mirroring. You're good where you are. Micro step to your left, about this much. Perfect. Big step to your left, right there. Awesome. One more. Excellent, right there. I'm going to do a quick test shot, and then we'll be shooting for real. Give me one moment. So I'm going to start with the Leica SL2. I have the 24-90 on there. I'm going to be shooting around 5.6, making sure everyone's in focus. These are going to be very normal photos, white lighting on a black background, and we're going to get more intricate as we go. Awesome. Micro step to your right about that much. Right there, perfect. Awesome. Chin down a little bit. Turn your face to the right a little bit. Awesome. Chin down just slightly right there. Perfect. Chin down a whole bunch. Keep going. Evil is perfect. Awesome. Turn your face this way just a little bit. Awesome. Chin up just slightly right there. Perfect. Awesome. Looking right here. Lean to your right just slightly this way. Keep going right there. Perfect. Awesome. And you'll see right on here what we just shot. It's going to take a second, but it'll pop up, and that gives you an idea of what we're working with. And like I said, we're going to get more intricate as we go. We're starting with standard lighting. Everything is set to 5500K. This light, for example, is set to 20%, and it's balancing the light of the tubes that are set to 100%. With this 300 and big batteries on it, I don't have to run it at 100% to balance that lighting because it's so much more powerful than the tubes. All right, we're going to do a bunch of shots with this, and then we're going to switch up the lighting as we go. All right, everybody looking right here. Micro step to your right there. Perfect. Awesome. Chin up just a little bit more right there. Lean to your right just slightly. You were good. Lean to your left right there. Perfect. Awesome. Lean to your left just a little bit more. Tara, can you boost this from 20% to 30%, please?
One moment.
And the best thing about these lights is they all run on the NanLink app. So if I need a lighting change, I could do it in 2 seconds by just calling out to Tara, and she will do those changes. Thank you. Awesome. And so what I'm doing is every shot, I'm recomposing in camera, getting wider shots, shots with headspace. So you'll see a lot of shots pop up where there's a lot of headspace above them. That's for text. I know I'm shooting for a magazine. I know there's an interview in there. I know they need room for text. So I'm thinking about, okay, is this going to be a 2-page spread? Is this going to be a 1-page spread? Making sure there's room for design and lighting. And if this gets used for like a tour poster or something like that, they have room to put their logo and the dates up there. So always think about the space you're using within the image. Not all of your band shots have to be full, the band taking up the full frame. Looking right here, awesome. Switching cameras one moment. So now I'm switching to the Hasselblad, get a little bit of a different look. Awesome. Turn your face to the left just a little bit and then chin down a little bit. Turn your face to the left just slightly right there. Perfect. You're good, you're good, you're good. Awesome. So these ones I'm going to go a little bit tighter. I'm shooting at 5.6 here, making sure everyone's in focus. And then what I'll do, because you have taller people in the back, shorter people in the front, if I take a knee, you'll see the difference. If I'm shooting straight on, and I'll let that load, you'll see the height differences are very obvious. If I go lower and take a knee, and I'm going to do a little bit of a Dutch angle here, you'll see the height is not as obvious. I level them out just by shooting at a different angle, by getting a little bit lower. And then I'm also changing my angle a little bit and doing a little bit of a Dutch angle, which means it's between vertical and horizontal, which I do quite a bit. Awesome. Couple more and then we'll change it up.
Yeah, for you in the chat, on the right is Hasselblad, on the left is the Leica.
All right. Tara, can you set this to 3000K? So what I'm going to do next is a white balance shift. I'm changing my main light to 3000K. You'll see they're a little orange in camera. That's full CTO, color temperature orange. And I'm going to set the color temperature in my camera to 3000. And then everything else is going to have kind of a pale blue kind of look. So think like Twilight or something like that, or any vampire movie where they're shooting at night. That's how they get that moonlit kind of feel during the day. So I'm hitting them with that 3K. And then what I'm going to do is kill that light and shoot fully backlit and add a bunch of fog to make it nice and spooky. But I want to give them a little bit of room. Tara, can you take that tube from behind him and move it out a little bit? I know there's a sandbag there. Just put it right up to the sandbag. Less than that. Right there. Perfect. Go ahead and take a little step to your right to cover that tube. Right there. Perfect. Go ahead and take a little step to your right. Awesome. Go ahead and turn towards center just a little bit and mini step this way. Right there. Perfect. Awesome. Little step backward. Awesome. Go ahead and, Tara, can you move this tube out to my right about 3 or 4 inches? Yep. Thank you so much. A little less than that. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Awesome. Go ahead and take a little step out this way. I'm just giving them a little more space right there. Perfect. Go ahead and take a little step out this way as well. One more step. Right there. Perfect. We're good. I'm going to have you two switch actually. And then when I do these changes, normally I do them quickly and instantly and I shoot nonstop, like kind of a marathon. Here I'm, of course, stopping, explaining what I'm doing, but it's all about getting those quick changes. Something like changing the color temperature in one light, turning one light on and off, changing the color of lighting, changing the direction of lighting, changing my lenses, stuff like that is how I get those changes quickly. All right, so let me get to 3000K in camera and you'll see it pop up the same on here. Can you change that from flash to tungsten?
Thank you.
All right, so you'll see a little bit of a difference in this shot. Chin down just a little bit more. Picture change just a little bit. You got it, perfect. Turn your face this way a little bit, awesome. Little step to your left, right there, perfect, awesome. And then bring your hands just right to the side, awesome. And then turn in just a little bit more, right there, perfect, awesome. Turn your face this way a little bit, chin up a little bit, right there, awesome. And then bring your hands to the side as well, excellent. All right, quick test shot so you have an idea of what it's gonna look like. And I'm shooting at ISO 800 f5.6 at an 80th of a second. And you'll see it has that kind of cold tonality to it. Awesome. Tara, can we fog it? Right at them, please. So what I'm using is atmosphere aerosol, which is canned aerosol, which I find does not set off fire alarms, which is great. I use this double can gun so I can add a lot of fog quickly, and that's what we're going to be using. Go ahead and fog it right here. Good. A little more on the left. Higher. Good. And you'll see immediately where that shows up in the shot. And the greatest thing about those tubes are throwing so much light out that it will catch all of that fog and color that fog. So if I'm using a color, the fog will be that color. Looking right here, awesome. Switching cameras, one moment. Thank you. And that fog's gonna hang out for a little bit, so I'll be able to get a couple good shots with it before we need to add more. Awesome. Looking right here at the lens. And now I'm getting some more extreme angles here because I want to get a different kind of look. And again, going a little bit Dutch, getting a little more of an extreme angle. You'll see it in camera. And again, this look is just keeping all the lights at 5500K, except for the front light, which I switched to 3000K. And then in camera, I changed my white balance to 3000K to get that look. All right, couple more. And then with that fog, I'm going to kill this main light and do a fully backlit shot. And this is going to be nice and spooky. Lean to your left just a little bit right there. Perfect. Hold that. All right. I want you guys to check that out. Make sure you dig that look, and then we'll roll with it if you do, or we'll change it up if you don't. You dig it?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to roll with it then. And then one thing I always do is I show bands back of camera. I get that feedback from them right away. It's really important that your subject likes what you're doing. So one, they'll promote it, they'll like it, they'll want it out there, and they don't hate what you're doing. If you get that feedback that they don't like it, I just change it up slightly. All right, everybody looking right here. Awesome. Turn your face to the left a little bit more, even more. Even more, right there, perfect. Awesome. That looks killer. Tara, can you add just a little bit more fog? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring those 60Cs into frame. Good. Just letting the fog clear a little bit and get behind them. Awesome. Couple more, then we'll change it up. So being an amazing deathcore band, I want to go dark. I want those evil, evil shots. I want chins down. I want them looking through their eyebrows at me. I don't want to shoot them the same way I would shoot like a symphonic metal band. I want them to look mean. Right? Yes.
She said with the biggest smile on her face.
No. Evil. You got it. Little step to your left. Right there, perfect. Now, the thing that is kind of troublesome about having tubes as backlights is you have to block them. Little tricky, but worth it for the shot. We'll do a couple more like this, and then we're going to change the lighting. Tara, can you do a full red wash?
Yes. Do you want this light back on?
No.
Got it.
But I do need to change the color temperature if you want to go in there and switch it to flash, please. So we're going to have a similar shot. It's fully backlit, but it's going to be red, and it's going to be super contrasty because I'm going to be blasting them with red. So you're going to have reds and blacks with minimal detail. Then we're going to add front lighting as we go. Thank you. And what Tara's doing is just loading them up in the NamLink app. And anytime I'm doing a shoot, Tara's running this, which is great. I could just do a call out, and she's able to make those quick changes. All right, everyone looking right here. Perfect. Take a look at that and make sure you like the look of the red. We can always change the color. Dig it? All right, everyone looking right here again. Perfect. Let's move you guys around. I'm going to have you two switch. Yep.
Okay.
All right, mini step towards me right there. Perfect. Mini step towards me. Awesome. Rotate to your left just a little bit. Awesome. Chin down a little bit more. Awesome. Perfect. Tara, this tube in the middle, can you bring it down about a ½ inch? Thank you very much. So what I'm doing is the tube's kind of sticking out of his head, and the two things I like avoiding when I'm shooting with tubes behind people are tubes coming out of the shoulders, heads, and then what I call the Jedi dong, another thing you want to avoid when photographing people. That is good, and we're good there as well. All right, so what I will do oftentimes is I will get tubes in the shot. Can you tighten up those two? I'm so sorry. Thank you. And I want them to be as equidistant as possible. That's good. Thank you so much. Nope, that's okay. And so what I'm going to do is a shot where the tubes are in frame, and you'll see them pop in that shot, and do a shot like that where the tubes are not only a light source, but they're a prop in the shot. All right, looking right here, everybody. Awesome. Tara, can you fog it a little bit? Thank you. We have a question. One moment.
Someone's actually asking, where are you focusing?
I am focusing right here and right here on the person in front. And I'm shooting at 5.6, making sure everyone is in focus. So I always focus on eyes. The eye that's closest to me is what I'm focusing on. All right, Tara, go ahead and fog it just a little bit. Perfect, that's good. And what that fog is going to do is soak up all of that red lighting. And then as I turn on this light right here, Tara, can you make sure to switch the, so it's still set to 3000K. What we're going to do is run this at 5500K, so it's going to be a neutral, and those reds are still going to pop. Can you bring this down 10% as well, from 30 to 20%?
Set at 20.
Perfect. All right, everyone looking right here. All right, take a look. Make sure you dig it with those reds in there. Heck yeah. Awesome. All right, we're going to run with it. Everybody looking right here. Real quick, I'm going to change this up. I'm going to have you two switch. Actually, nope, I lied. I'm going to have you two switch. Get you right in the middle.
Good question, Jeff.
Yes.
Do you ever go below 5.7 for these kind of shoots?
All right, so they're asking for band shoots. Do I go below 5.6? Yes. There is no 5.7. Yeah, no, it's all good. 5.6. So for a lot of bands, I'm shooting at 5.6, but if I'm shooting solo shots, I'm going to shoot wide open. I'm going to shoot at like 1.9, 0.95 if I'm using the Noctilux, whatever's wide open. I will go down to f4 when I'm shooting a band. Depends on the band, depends on the look, depends on how much room I have to tighten them up. When I have a little bit of depth, I'm usually going to have them around 5.6 to f8, so everybody's decently in focus. If I go too low, the people in the back are just going to be blurs and you won't be able to make out their faces. As long as I have detail in the faces or the masks, for example, that's what's most important for a shot like this. All right, everybody looking right here again. Perfect. Awesome. Go ahead and rotate to the center just a little bit right there. Perfect. Awesome. Chin down a whole bunch right there. Awesome. Same thing. Chin down a little bit. Excellent. All right, switching cameras, one moment. Thank you. I feel like this has to go this way. Yeah. All right, let me just change the color temperature in camera. If you look in camera and they look like Smurfs, you're shooting too cold. We are good. Now with the Leica, I can fire off a lot of photos very quickly because unlike the Hasselblad, it does focus very quickly and takes the photos real quickly. Chin down a little bit, turn your face to the left, hands out of your pockets. Perfect, awesome. That looks sick. Everybody looking right here, I want you looking up in this way. Yep, but everybody else looking right here at the camera. Perfect. Turn your face to the left just a little bit more, same shot, perfect. Awesome. All right, let's do something different. Let's keep the reds, go for purples and then purples. Purple in the middle, purple for the seasides. Awesome. Now, a lot of what I do is shooting in very tight spaces, shooting in dressing rooms, shooting in these little micro closets before a band goes on. And this is pretty indicative of what I work with. Setting up a background, setting up the lights, having a tight set. So having the lenses I use, the 24-90 or the 35, being able to shoot wide and zoom in and out to get those tight solo shots, but large group shots is vital. All right, everyone looking right here again. Perfect. Chin down a little bit. Awesome. Chin down a little bit more. Rotate to the center a little bit right there. Perfect. All right, we're good. Hands down to the side. Perfect. Tara, can you add fog, please? I'm going to take a test shot and show you guys and make sure you dig it. We have purples in the middle and red on the side. I think that's going to be a great mix for you. Go ahead and hit it. A little more. Good. Awesome. Hands to the side. Perfect. Go ahead and take a look at that. Make sure you dig that look, and we'll roll with it while the fog's in set. So on the left side, it's still loading as we're talking. But do you dig that colorway? Cool. We're going to roll with it. So again, getting a lot of variety in lighting color, but soon we're going to get variety in lighting. All right, everyone looking right here. Perfect. Awesome. Getting some shots with head space. Shooting wide, shooting tight. I try not to take the same shot more than once. Awesome. Go ahead and leave set for a moment. I'm going to reset the lighting and do something a little bit different. Here we're going to do lighting from above with the 120, and we can strike the 3 tubes in the middle. So what I'm going to do is take down the 300B. The thing I love about this rapid 120 from Nanlite is if you need space, if you're in someone's dressing room and you need to set up and then break down, boom, done. One button, it's broken down, it's out of the way, it's clear. And setup is just as quick. When you see me set this up, it's going to be just as fast. I'm just going to put this down to the side, so please be careful, don't trip on it. I'm going to pop on this 120C. Excuse me, Tara. So taking down the 300B, putting the 120C up, and this is the Matthews Mini Boom Rolling Kit. It's what I use for my main light for everything because I'm shooting a lot of European bands who are from Sweden and Norway, and they're 400 feet tall. So if I want lighting above them, I want to make sure I can get my light way up there. Tara, can you set this to neutral at 50%? 120C? So you'll see I have all that height. And then I can boom it. Thank you. Bringing it in a little bit. Give it a little bit of an angle so it's not directly in front of me. And the thing I love about this is I can shoot right against the column and have the light in front of my subjects and not in front of me, so I don't have to do photo yoga to like get the shot. And I love a good lighting from above and a good lighting from below, and we're going to do a little bit of both. So again, if you see that height, I can fit anyone under there, which is awesome. And I can put this right here in the corner and have it exactly where I want it to be. Seth, I see your mannequin over here. She has a name? What's the mannequin's name?
Quinn, the mannequin.
Quinn the mannequin? I apologize. Torn open, we are ready for you. Come on in. I am sorry, mannequin. For this one, I want you guys right here, chins up for this one, not chins down. Perfect. Come in real tight. Perfect. The Matthew stand, this is the mini boom rolling kit. It's the runway base, rollway base, and the C plus 40 riser and the mini boom. And it comes as a package. If you look on the Matthews website or anything like that, you can look it up. I know Adorama carries it, which is awesome. Mini boom rolling kit. It's in the chat. Awesome. So mini boom rolling kit. I know Adorama has it, and it comes with a BOA bag, and that's what I'm using as a counterweight. These BOA bags, which are amazing. So directional lighting here, having a different type of lighting. I'm keeping the backlights with color, but I'm keeping them on the side. I'm going to do a quick test shot. Everybody chins up a whole bunch. You got it. Tara, can you turn this down a little bit? It's at 50. Go to 30. Perfect. All right. Doing a quick test shot so you guys can see it, have an idea of the lighting. It's going to take a second and then it will pop up. Potentially, maybe. You know what? We'll just, yep, there you go. So very dark, just a hint of color in there with the purples and the reds.
It's gonna make it look like everybody in this band is like 6 foot tall.
Aren't you 6 foot tall?
Yes. Oh my god, how could I forget?
There you go. All right, everyone looking right here. Chins up a little bit more right there. Perfect. Turn your face to the right a little bit. Excellent. Awesome. Everybody, actually hold that. I'm just going to move the light a little bit. And the idea from this is I don't want them directly below the light because you're going to have those sunken in eyes and you're going to lose the detail in the eyes. I want them right at the rim of the light so the light just scrims across their face, lights everything nice, and I'm lighting them with the feather of this light. All right, everyone looking right here. Chins up a little bit. Awesome. Chins up a little bit more. Perfect. I'm shooting at ISO 1600 at 5.6 at a 60th. And then again, I'm moving around a whole bunch. I'm making sure not to take the same photo twice, getting as much variety as possible. I want to try something and see how it looks. Everybody keep your chins up, chin down all the way. Not you. Bring it back up. Perfect. I want to see how this looks. Lean to your right just a little bit, like a lean. Like take a little step to your right. Right there, perfect. Halfway in between. Right there, excellent. All right, everyone looking right here, perfect. I want you, eyes up. Everybody else looking right here, chin up just a little bit more, perfect. That looks sick. Hold that for a few. Changing cameras, one moment. Fire is young for good.
Wait, eyes up again or?
Eyes up again for a couple more because I think that looks great. So what I'll try to do is get a catch light in at least somebody's eyes. So with her looking at the light, she's gonna get that catch light in the eyes where everybody else is looking right here. And then I have the mask's chin down because it's gonna go super, super dark, but you're still gonna get the detail there. And then with this, I'm gonna get a little more of an angle. One moment, quick in camera adjustment. And then I'm underexposing just a little bit because I want these ones to be a little bit darker. The shadow detail in the Hasselblad's incredible. You'll get a better view of it over here if you could see that on the right side. All right. Everyone looking right here again. Perfect. Chin up a little bit more and then looking up the light again for a couple. Awesome. Lean to your left just a little bit right there. Perfect. Awesome. That looks killer. Looking good. Awesome. So I'm just getting a bunch of different angles, shooting some Dutch, shooting some straight on. And now these are the prototypical kind of magazine shots where you have a little bit of dead space, you have a lot of head space in there, and you just have a very clean shot. A little step to your right if you're able to. Right there. Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. And the reason I'm switching cameras a whole bunch is you get two completely different looks depending on which camera you're shooting, especially with depth and with color. All right, we're gonna change up the lighting a little bit. Let's throw some different colors behind them. What colors do you guys want to work with? Green? Can you do a green wash?
Teal.
Green and teal?
My color again.
Tara, green.
Yes, I'm on Steve right
All right, Seeds to green. Green on the left tubes, teal on the right tubes, leave the purple in the middle.
Yeah.
So again, just making those quick changes in the app to get a different look with color. As you add the fog, the cool thing is go a little more icy if you can. That's good. Perfect. So the cool thing is when you add fog, it's going to mix all the colors between the colors you have up there. So if I have red and blue, for example, and I don't add any fog, it looks like they're getting pulled over by the police. Oh, yeah. Then just keep the green and purple, sorry. You add that fog between the red and blue, and you'll get the pinks and purples and everything in between it because that fog will dissipate the color. So knowing your color wheel is important because as you add fog, you're going to get all the colors between those colors to show up. All right. Chins up again, everybody, looking right here. Tara, can you turn down the main light about 10%? I want to go really dark with these ones. Thank you. All right. Chins up, everybody. Excellent. Chins up even more. Perfect. Go ahead and take a look at that. Make sure you dig the coloring. It's on the right side, so it might be hard to see with that blocking it. Dig it. And then I'm going to have you do that the whole shoot, the chin way back with the mouth open. That looks sick. So hold that for a few. All right, everybody looking right here. Chins up a whole bunch. Awesome. Perfect. Chin up a whole bunch. Keep going, right there. Perfect. Awesome. Perfect. Couple more, and then I'm going to switch cameras. Awesome. And again, if any of you guys out there, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shout them out, and I will answer them. Yes.
The softbox different from other like rectangular grids? Is there a difference in preference on why you use this one with the ropes?
So the question was why I'm using circular mods rather than square mods. I prefer circular mods. I like the circular catch light in the eyes. I don't like the square mods. Just personal preference, I guess. For me, it's better throwing light all around people and having that circular fall off than having a sharp edge fall off. I really like that circular kind of, in a shot like this, especially where you have the fall off from above. That's what I go to. But just preference, just what you like. Yeah, of course. All right, everybody looking right here. Chins up a whole bunch. Awesome. Chin up just a little bit more. And then go ahead and take a little step back if you're able to. Perfect right there. Excellent. Chin up a little bit more. Perfect. Awesome. Give me a moment. We're going to change the lighting completely. You can clear the set. So we did lighting from above. I'm going to do lighting from below. So give me 1 minute to set that up. We can use the other 60 that's over there on that guy. All right, go ahead and clear the set. Light coming down. And what was boomed on above them was the 120C with the Rapid 60. Sure.
If I want to replicate a shot like this.
Gotcha. So the question is, if someone wanted to replicate this without tubes, could you do it? No. Tubes are a long light source that throw a lot of light everywhere, a big spread of light, and they're a very long light source. You could get a large mod that might be able to kind of replicate what a tube does, but it's throwing light this way because you have a box on it, whereas tubes it's throwing light everywhere. So I did one shoot with with Nanlite Pavo tubes, and as soon as I did one shoot with Pavo tubes, I won't do a shoot without them. They're so versatile and there's so much you can do with them. Like I'll do a shot where they're holding them and it'll look sick, and we'll do that later on. Why not? I just love them. I use them for everything now. I fly with them. I travel with them everywhere. I don't do shoots without them. Yeah. Oh my God, they're so incredible in what they can do, and especially if you're using effects like fog. The best way to get fog filled up is a big throw of light, and that does it. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking a 60C and I'm just throwing it on the ground because I want that campfire evil lighting, that death metal lighting, that prototypical Cannibal Corpse lighting for the band. Exactly, campfire horror story. All right, Tara, can you kill all tubes and turn the 60C sides to red? Torn open, come on in.
I could see the mask in those last shots. Oh. Oh, okay.
It is going to be very bright. Can you turn that down to about 8%? All right, let me bring this back just a little bit. All right, for this one, I want you guys leaning in toward me. Tara, turn that up a bit more. What's it at, 8%? Go to 20. It is going to be bright. Don't look at it. Look at me. Lean forward a little bit. Perfect. Chins down a little bit. Hands to the side. Awesome. Just hanging. I'm going to be shooting right here, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So let me get a test shot in, and we'll be all good. So kind of the opposite of the last set. We want chins down, not chins up. You got it. Perfect. Go ahead and take a little step forward. And then with a shot like this where you're using hard lighting from below, you want to make sure you're not casting any shadow on the faces of the people behind in the back row. Lean to your left a little bit, right there, perfect. Turn your face to the right a little bit, chin down a little bit, awesome. All right, It's going to pop up in a second. Make sure you dig the look. When they start laughing because of how much they're stoked on it, you're doing your job correctly. And that's what I want to get back when they see back of camera or they see the shot. All right, you guys dig it? We're going to roll with it. Chins down. Excellent. Leaning toward me a little bit. Perfect. You guys a little step out this way. Perfect. Little step towards me. Right there. Little step towards me. Right there. Perfect. Awesome. Lean to your right just slightly. Perfect. Come forward just slightly. Chin down a whole bunch. You got it. Awesome. All right. Little step out. Right there. Perfect. That looks sick. Awesome. Chin down a whole bunch more. Excellent. Perfect. That looks sick. And someone mentioned they were asking if there's detail in the mask because obviously skin reflects different than a mask would. Yes, in every single shot I'm taking, while you might not be able to see it on screen, in camera, I can see the mask very clearly and it looks 100%. It is not too in shadow or anything like that. And that's something you want to keep in mind when you're posing different skin tones or, you know, different skin textures. Obviously the skin texture of a mask is very different and reflects differently than actual skin. So I'm very mindful of that as we're shooting. All right, everybody looking right here again. Chins down. Awesome. Little step to your right. Right there, perfect. Chin down a little bit. Rotate to the center a little bit. Excellent, right there. Rotate to the center just a little bit more. And then a little step to your right. Right there, perfect. Excellent. And then I want you leaning in a whole bunch toward me. You got it. Excellent. Perfect. Little step to your left. Right there. Awesome. That looks sick. Awesome. Perfect. What I want you to do in the next couple shots, everybody do what you were doing. I'm going to have you tilt your head a whole bunch and open the mouth. Awesome. Switching cameras one moment. All right, looking right here. Go for that twist again with the open mouth. You're looking right here. Awesome. Little step out to your left. Right there. Perfect. Little step to your right. Right there. Perfect. You don't have to look right at the lens. If you want to do something like that, tilting your head looking up, go for that. Perfect. That looks sick. Hold that for a bunch. That's awesome. Little step to your right. Right there. Perfect. Couple more like that. Then we're going to change the lighting. Cool. You can clear the set for a moment. I'm going to reset the lighting and do something a little bit different. How are we doing on time? 15 more minutes? Aha. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so next thing I'm going to do, Seth was talking about doing single light solos. That's what I'm going to do next. Oh, it's totally your fault. I mean, I was going to do it anyway, but I got to show you I do what I do. So I'm going to pop up the 120C again. And what I'm going to do is use it as kind of a rim light. Get this out of there. Get that 45-degree lighting and get that really cinematic upper body light. So I'm going to bring this into the side. No, this will be fine because it's a solo subject. We are good. I just need to tilt this in a little bit and we're good. Tara, can you kill the 60C, or actually turn the 60C sides to neutral? Go ahead and turn this one up a little bit more. Go to 50%. And then I'm going to switch lenses. I'm going to go to kind of tighter lenses. I'm going to shoot with the 81.9 on the Hasselblad. Yes. Quick lens change. And then for the Leica, I'm going to shoot with the Sigma 85 1.4. Because I want these to be tight shots, but I want to shoot wide open. And if you want to move those lenses, just kind of right over there.
Wide open in this case, even if you don't have a background.
The question was, why am I shooting wide open for a shot like this? Is I really want that detail to be really, really tight. I want the eye in focus. I don't want the nose to be in focus. I don't want the ear to be in focus. I want that eye to pop out and really, really show through. And then I have this rim light coming through down here to add that separation from the background. Oh, thank you very much. All right, torn open. We're going to have you come up one at a time. Whoever wants to go first, come on up. So for this shot, I'm going to have you facing this direction. It's a little bit of a profile shot, and then I'll move you around a little bit.
Prop in one of them or two of them?
What is your prop?
I have these fun sunglasses.
Yes, absolutely. We'll start without them, and then we'll add them. Perfect. So I'm going to have you stand right there. Take a little step forward. One more. Right there. Let me get a test shot in, and we should be all good. All right, we are good. Chin down a little bit. Twist your body toward me a little bit more. Keep going. Right there, perfect. Turn your face to the left a little bit. Perfect. I'm getting a lot of reds in here from something. It might be the store. Aha. There we go. That makes a world of difference. Chin down just a little bit more. Perfect. Chin down even more. Right there. Perfect. Turn your face toward me just a little bit more. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Chin down and looking straight ahead this way. You got it. Perfect. So this is what I'm going for. A very dark shot, kind of a cinematic shot. We have that rim lighting on the subject. Switching cameras one moment. So with a shot like this, posing is vital because if you have them move too much in either direction, you lose the shot you want to get. All right, one moment. All right, chin down just a little bit. Awesome. And again, the detail you get out of this camera is just insane. And with this lighting, it just lights up the eyes. Look up a little bit more. Perfect. Go ahead and grab those glasses.
Every pore on my face. Oh my goodness.
All right, chin way down for these ones. Perfect. Awesome. Chin down even more. Perfect. All right, you are all set for a little bit. Thank you so much. Whoever wants to come in next, come on in. All right there. Go ahead and turn all the way this way. Perfect. Just like that. Turn your face to the right just a little bit. Twist your body toward me just a little bit. Keep going right there. And then turn your face to the left until you find that light in your right eye. Right there. Perfect. That looks sick. Awesome. To your left just a little bit more. right there, and then eyes up a little bit more. Perfect. Awesome. Looking up again. Turn your face to the left a little bit more. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Perfect. Hold that. That looks killer. Switching cameras, one moment. And then, oddly enough, when I'm actually shooting a band, I'm usually talking and telling them what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Every now and again, you get a band where there's a photographer in the band, like, you know, Lamb of God or something like that, and they know what you're doing, which is always killer. Or Epica, Simone's an amazing photographer as well. Turn your face to the left just a little bit more. Perfect right there. Awesome. And then if I want to completely change the shot with a light like this, if I take a step to the left, you get a little sliver of light. I take a step to the right, and you get almost full lighting on the face. So I can completely change the lighting by just taking a step to the left or right. You are all set for a little bit. Thank you so much. Whoever wants to come up next, come on up. Same thing, I'm gonna have you right here facing this direction. Little step towards me. One more right there, perfect, and looking straight ahead. Awesome. Chin down just a little bit, perfect. Chin down a little bit more, excellent. Chin down even more, perfect. Twist your body toward me just a little bit, right there, awesome. Turn your face to the left just a little bit, and then eyes up a little bit more, perfect right there. Hold that for a few. Awesome. Switching cameras, one moment. Awesome. Just looking straight ahead still. Perfect. Couple more and we're all set. You are all set. Thank you so much. And when I'm doing these shoots, whoever wants to shoot next, come on up. When I'm doing these shoots, efficiency is key. When I'm shooting a band and it's a day of show, they have VIP meet and greet, they have sound check, they want to get a bite to eat, they want to see any friends that are in town. So I need to work quickly and efficiently to get them in set and out of set as quickly as possible, nail the job I'm doing, and send them on their way. All right, micro step towards me, right there, perfect. Chin down a little bit more. Awesome, and just looking straight ahead and then eyes up a little bit more. Right there, that looks killer. Hold that. Turn your face to the left just a little bit more and take a micro step to your left. You got it, perfect. Awesome, turn your face to the right just a little bit and twist your body toward me a little bit. Right there, turn your face to the left a little bit. Right there, perfect. Awesome, that looks killer. Couple more. And you'll see I started with full lighting. I started with something with no shadows. And as I go, I get more and more shadows because they know how I direct, they know how I pose, and it's easier to nail those shots. Whereas if I started with something like this, it could be disastrous. Chin down just a little bit more, turn your face to the left a little bit, right there, perfect. A little bit less, a little bit this way, perfect. Awesome, hold that. That looks killer. A couple more like this, then we'll change the light, or we got one more, I think. Yep. You are all set for now. Let's bring the mask in here. One's medium format, one's 35 millimeter. So this one has way more depth than the 35 millimeter, but it is also about color. Hasselblad processes color differently than the Leica. So when I'm using a lot of color, the Hasselblad has a different look to it and also has a lot more depth, especially when I'm shooting wide open at 1.9. So I'm using the 80 1.9 and I'm shooting at 1.9. And like, if you have a lens that does 0.95, 1.2, 1.0, 1.9, you're gonna wanna use that wide open setting for sure. And that's why I got this lens, so I could shoot at 1.9. All right, go ahead and turn your face this way a little bit more. Keep going, keep going. Awesome, chin down a whole bunch, hold that. Now, because this mask reflects a lot of light, go ahead and take a little step back this way. I'm gonna flood it with a little more light than everybody else. Awesome. Chin down just a little bit. Now I'm going to kind of try the opposite. Go ahead and take a big step towards me. Perfect. Turn your face to the left a little bit. Hold that. I like this more. I like the half mask. I like half of the face in shadow for this one. I like giving him a little bit of a different look than everybody else. And I'm focusing on that back eye in the mask and just going spooky. And to me, this is like evil McFoley, kind of. Switching cameras one moment. I mean, yeah. It's very Mankind. It's got the red flannel and the mask and everything. Chin down a little bit. Chin up just slightly. Turn your face to the left a little bit. Take a little step to your left and take a step back. Back a little bit. Back a little bit. Back a little. Right there. Perfect. Turn your face this way. And then go for mouth open a whole bunch. Awesome. That looks sick. Hold that for a few. Mouth open even more. Perfect. Mouth open again, as mean as possible. Perfect. Chin way down. Hold that. Switching cameras one moment. All right, chin way down. Mouth open. Hold that. Hold that for a bunch. That looks killer. This is gonna look sick. Couple more and we're good. You are all set for now. Give me a moment. I'm going to change the lighting.
You can clap.
You are all set for a little bit. Thank you so much. All right, what I want to do is the 3-point with a backlight. I have 3 minutes. Okay, so you got whatever time we want. Okay. Don't overshoot. Got it. So I'm just going to switch this out for the 300 again. And as I mentioned, that rapid 120 being super helpful to get out of set and into set when I'm using a large mod. If you can pass that to me, I'll just build it real quick. Thank you. So this is the rapid 120 from Nanlite. And I like that the setup is that, and it's set up. And again, the breakdown was one button. So having something that's easy to set up and break down, especially when you're in tight spaces and you need that space, and every inch you have in a small space like this is vital, that is super helpful.
You guys got any questions while he's setting up?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, I will answer them. I'm going to a larger source light because I'm going to do a 3-point lighting with light behind them. Sorry, what's that? Go bigger. I don't think this is going to work in this tight of space, but no, we won't. Strike it. We're going to change what we're doing. So with a space this tight and to get the lighting I wanted behind them with a big circle of lighting, it's just too tight to make it work with the band in there. There's a question from the audience. Yes. The question was, when I'm shooting concerts, first 3, what do I do to get a clear shot when there's a lot of fog? I wait for it to clear. I wait for my shot. I would rather not take 30 shots and miss them. I'd rather take 2 shots and nail both of those. So I'm patient and I wait for the fog to clear or to get that straight shot. And then a lot of times it's just about watching the lighting and seeing what the LD is doing, the light director. You'll watch the lighting hit red, green, blue, white, red, green, blue, white. So I'll try to time up when that white's gonna hit with the subject in front of me and with what they're doing to try to make it do this for a great shot. So if you count the lighting, you can kind of see what the lighting's going to do and you can plan your shot, which is always a good thing to do. All right, final shot. Let's get the tubes in there. We're going to do all 4 tubes, but one facing the background so we have a little bit of color back there. So what I'm doing now is bringing in all of these tubes. I want to get a very colorful shot. I'm going to go full purple for everything, do a very, very dark kind of black light kind of shot. I'm throwing a tube on the background so they have some light behind them, and I'm going to tilt it up so the light's throwing up a little bit. Tara, if you can do a purple wash on everything. And then what I'm going to do is angle this a bit so it's not lighting going right at them, but it's going to come from above a little bit. So I think purple will look really good with this band. And then a lot of times when I do magazine assignments or magazine shoots, I don't have time to talk to the band at all before the shoot. The only interaction I have with them is during the shoot. Luckily, the band was nice enough to come a little bit early, and I did find out they do like purple, so I know this will go well. I'm going to switch my lenses out.
Conversation takes a lot of time, you know?
Yeah, I mean, dude, some bands are like, we hate this color, don't ever use it, you know, stuff like that. All right, let me switch out lenses real quick. I'm going to switch back to my zooms. Oh, thank you. So for the Hasselblad, I have the 3570. For the Leica, I have the 2490. Now, the reason I like the Hasselblad 2490, which is it's not an f2.8. I'm fine shooting at f4 because that's where I'm going to be for bands anyway. I do love the 90, so I can really get really tight for solo shots. So if I'm shooting and I don't have time to switch lenses, I can very easily, or if I'm shooting a concert, I can get the whole stage, or I can get a solo subject, even a tight shot of the solo subject, because of that being not a 24 to 70, but a 24 to 90. So love it. Torn Open. Come on in. You do have a question, sure.
Be a one torn open and team shot, just
Torn Open and team shot?
Yeah.
Yes, we can absolutely close out with that.
okay.
So Torn Open's team actually is here.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here and joining us. So we'll get a photo with them as well when we close up. All right. All right. Go ahead and stand right about here. One more step this way. Perfect. A little step back. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Little step to your left. Hands out of your pockets. Rotate to the center a little bit. Perfect. I'm going to have you right here. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right there. Perfect. And I'm going to have you right here. Kind of where you are, but a little step to your left. I'm going to have you guys tight together right here in the middle. Perfect. Awesome. Now, Tara, that tube in the middle might be a problem.
Yeah.
Can you put it right behind him? Little step to your left. Awesome. Yeah, Tara, if you can put that tight to that one, that will be perfect. Yeah. Awesome, we're good. Micro step to your right. Micro step to your left. Tighter. That is good. That is good. Thank you. All right, everybody looking right here. Little step to your right in this way. Perfect. Tara, can you tighten up the tube on my right side behind him? Just bring it in this way, about a foot. Yep. Good. Go ahead and take a step to your right. Right there. Lean to your left a little bit. Keep going. Right there. Perfect. All right, awesome. Everyone looking right here. Chins up just a little bit, chins up a little bit more. Turn your face to the left a little bit. Awesome. This will be the last shot we get. Little step to your right. Perfect. Awesome. Chin up just a little bit more. Excellent. Little step to your left. Right there. Perfect. Awesome. Tara, can you fog it? It's not showing up. All right. Well, I'll switch cameras anyway. So maybe it'll show up with the Hasselblad.
Invisible oranges.
Tethering.
Yeah, the invisible oranges was requested.
Oh, I know that one.
All right, one moment. Just a quick in-camera adjustment, and we are good. Little step to your left. Right there, perfect. Lean to your left a little bit more right there, perfect. Awesome, to your right a little bit. Tara, can you fog it? Perfect. What I want for this is all of that fog catching that light. This is the whole point of that shot, adding the fog in there. Chins up, everybody, a whole bunch. Keep going, keep going. Perfect. And you'll see how much work that fog is doing. Little step to your left. Right there, perfect. Chins up a little bit more, everybody. No chins down for these shots. Perfect. I'm going to make it a little easier on you. I'm going to bring this main light down a little bit. And then I'm going to bring it back a little bit. All right, a couple more like this, and we're good. Everyone looking right here. Awesome. I'm going to have you two switch. Perfect. A little step to your left. One more little one. And then lean to your left as we shoot. Perfect. Nope, I am all good. Straighten up just a little bit. Right there, perfect. Little step to your right. Little step forward. Keep going. Little step to your right. Right there, perfect. To your left, just slightly. Excellent. Awesome. Tara, can you fog it? Chin down a little bit. Turn your face to the left a little bit. Good to go. Awesome. That looks sick. Lean to your left just a little bit. Right there. Perfect. A little bit more. Excellent. Right there. Hold that for a few. Same thing. Everyone looking right here. Eyes up to the light. Everybody else looking right here. Perfect. Lean to your left a little bit, and you're looking right here at the lens. You're looking up at the light. Perfect. Lean to your left a little bit more. Perfect. Tara, just one more shot of fog and we're good. And these will be the last few shots. And there is a meme that goes around when a photographer says the last few shots, there's like 10 more shots. Factual. Shooting a little bit wider, last few shots. All right, Tara, go neutral on everything. Let's get the team in there. Let's get the torn open team. Come on in.
Okay.
Dante, can you strike the tubes in the back so they have a little bit more room? Oddly enough, the band that is guesting at my seminar tomorrow,
Playmaster?
It's the singer of Plague Master, their other project. Yeah. Go figure. All right. Once those tubes are not behind you anymore, I want everybody to take a step back. Just give it one moment for those to clear and we'll be all good. All right, everybody that's close over here, go ahead and take a step back so I could see you. You got it. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna make sure I could see everybody. Little step out and a little step forward so I could see you. Get that Plague Master logo in there. Perfect. Little step to your left, just this much. Perfect. In a little bit. Yeah, right there. Perfect. All right, we are all good. Looking right here. Excellent. Go ahead and take a little step in, actually. Perfect. Take one on the other camera because this one disconnected. Yeah. Sure.
Oh, I wasn't smart.
All right, everyone looking right here for the last few shots. Awesome. A little step out this way so I can see him come forward just a little bit. Perfect.
Wait, Michael, can we do that? One thing. Can we do this? Is this okay?
Yes.
We can put it in the
It is barely, it's not in the shot though.
Oh, never mind.
You can do it all you
No,
want.
it's okay.
All right, looking right here, everybody. And again, this is why I like these zoom lenses. I can easily fit all of them in there or get a solo shot of someone. So you're seeing those wide shots. Now I can go in and just get a solo shot right here. Just a step forward and moving forward. You guys did amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
So much.
Thank
This
you
has been
so
wonderful.
much.
We hope-
Thank
we
you.
hope-
Yeah,
Have to get
hang
it.
out for a minute for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I own Blue Grape the label.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I have all my old. Oh, we're still live. We're gonna wrap up and then we'll chat. So give me 1 minute. Sorry. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna close it out, but definitely hang out. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope somebody learned something from this and you got something from it, and just I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask and I will answer them. No questions. I'm the greatest teacher ever. Look at that. Plug my book. Okay, so it's not announced yet, but I have a book coming out toward the end of the year via Rarebird Books, who did my last book, Daughters of Darkness. This next book is going to be 20 plus years of my music photography. So it's going to start in 2003 when I did my first photo shoot with Lacuna Coil, all the way up to recent work. It's going to be the stories behind the shoots, what happened behind the scenes, and yeah, it will be out hopefully end of September or early October on Rarebird. So keep your eyes open for that. Very, very excited for that. It's been in the works for 20 plus years, I guess. Yes. Thank you so much, Seth, for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
Adorama.